This shocking case begins in the quiet town of Newton, Louisiana, where a young social media star's life would take a dark and violent turn. Darian Ishmael Thomas, known to millions as Mr. PRADA, rose to fame on TikTok with his comedic skits and relatable content. But behind the laughs and viral videos, a disturbing story was unfolding. One that would end with a respected therapist deed and an internet celebrity facing charges of first-degree murder. Darian was born on February the 28th, 2004, in the small rural community of Newton. Little is known about his early years, but by 2022, he had begun building a massive following on TikTok under the name Mr. PRADA. His content, a mix of humor, trending topics, and lighthearted commentary, quickly gained traction. By 2024, he had amassed over 8 million followers across multiple accounts, with more than 500 million likes. But Darian's rise to fame wasn't without controversy. He frequently faced accusations of stealing content from other creators, leading to multiple bans from the platform. Each time, he returned with a new account, his unapologetic and brazen attitude only fueling his popularity. His fans loved his edgy persona, but some of his posts began taking a darker turn. In May 2023, Darian uploaded a video with a caption that would later send chills down the spines of his followers. "Practicing for my mugshot, 'cause this might be the year that someone going to meet God if they piss me off too much." At the time, it was dismissed as dark humor, just another example of his provocative online persona. But in the wake of what would happen next, those words took on a far more sinister meaning. As 2024 began, Darian's behavior grew increasingly erratic. He shaved his head and eyebrows live on camera, made disturbing statements like, "My life is a mess, my life is hell, my life is a prison, get me out," and even attempted to rebrand himself as an emo psycho twink. He openly disclosed that he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, alarming fans who watched his mental state appear to deteriorate in real time. Amid this downward spiral, Darian began seeing a therapist, Dr. William Nicholas Abraham, known as Dr. Nick, a 69-year-old licensed professional counselor with over 30 years of experience. Dr. Nick had built a reputation for helping vulnerable individuals, particularly within the LGBTQ+ community. But his past wasn't without controversy. In 2015, he had been accused of inappropriate conduct with an 11-year-old patient during a therapy session. The case was eventually dropped due to insufficient evidence, but the allegations left a stain on his otherwise respected career. The nature of Darian and Dr. Nick's relationship remains unclear. Was this strictly professional? Was there something more personal or even sinister between them? These questions would soon become central to a horrifying crime. On the morning of September 28th, 2024, Dr. Nick told friends and family he was going to clean his car and then handle some paperwork at his office. But instead, surveillance footage captured him entering Darian's apartment in Baton Rouge. What happened inside remains pieced together from forensic evidence, but the details are gruesome. At some point during their interaction, Darian launched a brutal attack. Investigators believe he used multiple sharp and blunt objects to strike Dr. Nick repeatedly, inflicting severe trauma to his head, neck, and shoulders. Blood splattered across the apartment as the assault turned fatal. Darian then attempted to clean up the scene, but the evidence was overwhelming. He wrapped Dr. Nick's body in a gray bed quilt, secured it with duct tape, and covered his head with a dark towel before encasing the remains in a blue tarp. Later that day, neighbors observed Darian moving a large, suspicious bundle into the trunk of Dr. Nick's car, a black Lincoln MKZ. Under the cover of darkness, he drove to a secluded stretch of Highway 51 and dumped the body along the roadside with little effort to conceal it. The next morning, a passerby spotted the tarp and called authorities. When police arrived, they immediately recognized it as a human body. Upon unwrapping the bundle, they discovered Dr. Nick's lifeless form, his injuries indicating an extremely violent attack. The investigation quickly turned to his missing car, which was soon spotted being driven by none other than Darian Thomas. A police chase ensued, with Darian refusing to pull over. He rammed the stolen Lincoln into a patrol car, fled on foot, and was captured on video by a bystander as he sprinted through a parking lot. Despite his attempt to escape, his own internet fame worked against him. TikTok followers recognized him from surveillance footage and flooded law enforcement with tips. Within days, Darian was arrested in Dallas, Texas, as he attempted to flee the state. Initially charged with aggravated criminal damage and resisting arrest, extradited he was back to Louisiana, where the charges escalated dramatically. A search of his apartment uncovered blood evidence matching Dr. Nick, along with weapons believed to be used in the attack. Given Dr. Nick's age, 69, prosecutors upgraded the charge to first-degree murder, a crime punishable by the death penalty in Louisiana. Darian pleaded not guilty, but the evidence against him was substantial. As the case moves toward trial, many questions remain. What was the true nature of Darian and Dr. Nick's relationship? Was this a crime of passion, a calculated act of revenge, or the result of a spiraling mental health crisis? Some speculate a connection to the 2015 allegations against Dr. Nick. Could Darian have been the unnamed 11-year-old victim? Others wonder if there was a personal or romantic entanglement between the two. For now, the answers remain locked behind courtroom doors. Darian sits in jail awaiting trial, while Dr. Nick's family and Darian's shocked fans grapple with the horrifying reality of what happened. One thing is certain: this case is far from over, and the full story may never be known. What do you think drove Darian to commit such a brutal act? Was it buried trauma, unchecked mental illness, or something even darker? The truth, when it comes, may be more disturbing than anyone imagined.